The news, good evening. President Danifo will be addressing the nation in an hour's time. The speech will be broadcast live at 8 on Radio Sicile, Paradise FM and on SBC 1. Seychelles is on the right track to receive visitors, Seychellois nationals and resident permit holders when the border reopens for commercial flights this Saturday. As mentioned before, visitors must come from permitted countries which are either low or medium risks. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gedeon, repeated in a press conference that citizens and resident permit holders can come from any country. However, there are conditions concerning their quarantine. He pointed out that the Department of Health is still working with all establishments and businesses that work with visitors.
The only difference is that if you're not on the list of permitted country and you're Seychellois or you have a resident permit, when you arrive you have to go into quarantine. If you're on the list of countries here, you can do your surveillance at home. There will be a set of do's and don'ts that you need to follow when you are under surveillance at home. For instance, you're not allowed to go into a crowded place. If you do go out of your home, you have to wear a face mask. You are not allowed to go into public places, at least for 14 days. And you'll be given contacts in case you develop symptoms who to phone. We also have been preparing all establishments that work with tourists and businesses that work with visitors. The level of preparations vary from one kind of business to another. But for most organizations, we have some who are prepared. Some organizations have more people or more businesses who are ready, who have done the training, who have been certified. Others will be certified this week, and others still into the month of August. But eventually, you want everybody to be certified. For you to work with visitors, you have to be a certified organization or a certified service. The certification basically allows you to do your business safely, okay, following certain rules and procedures set in place, that you have received certain training and certain skill set that allows you to know how to protect yourself and to protect others. This is where we are, but there are many other pieces of work that is being done. For instance, we are working with tourism and other agencies to prepare for what you call a stay safe hotel in case we do get our visitors who are tested positive but are asymptomatic, a place for them to stay in and still enjoy their holiday while they are in Seychelles.
The Supreme Court will deliver a second decision in the case of the Eastern European Engineering Limited, EEEL, versus Vijay Construction Company. In court this morning, EEEL's lawyer, Alexandra Madeleine, presented a motion requesting access to Vijay's bank statements. Vijay's lawyer, Bernard Georges, objected on the ground that Vijay is already under an order to secure the amount of money that the EEEL is claiming in 14 days. So Judge Ellen Carolus says she will deliver her decision on both orders on the 10th of next month. In another case in court today, Judge Ronnie Govinden will deliver his decision on legal points in the case of the police versus Judge Robinson on the 11th of September this year. Legal points that Judge Robinson's lawyer has presented to the court. This is a case where the police is asking the court to do a judicial review on if Judge Robinson, as chairperson of a commission of inquiry, was right to state in her report that a search of the leader of the opposition, Weva Ramkalawan's luggage, was illegal. The search was carried out by ANB officers of the police force at the airport in February this year. The lawyer representing the police force, Frank Elizabeth, says he will have enough time until the 11th to file his reactions to the legal points. The Meteorological Authority has warned that in spite of the lull in rainfall during the past few days, the coming days will again be cloudy and rainy. The authority's Chief Executive Officer, Vincent Amélie, gave the forecast this morning. He said that July is normally dry with about 74 millimeters of rain, but this year certain areas have recorded up to 400 millimeters of rain. Mr. Amélie said the consistent rainfall is linked to what is called easterly wave, a weather condition that affects Seychelles rarely. And also this morning, voluntary rainfall observers received a smartphone each from the Meteorological Authority. The phones are equipped with an app through which the volunteers can provide daily rainfall information to the authority. There are 44 voluntary rainfall observers who collect rainfall information at 44 meteorological stations on Mahe, Praslin, La Digue, other inner and outer laying islands. Mr. Amélie said the app will also be useful to mariners, farmers, and other members of the public, especially when they need to be notified of weather alerts.
Most of our work is related to aviation. We also do what we call agro, or if you want, agriculture. We provide service methodology to the agriculture. We also to the marine, and it's very important. We want to promote. Now we're talking about blue economy, so it's a very important sector for us to provide information to.
The National Assembly has voted in favor of a motion asking all stakeholders in the tourism industry to work closely together to provide new opportunities for qualified Seychellois and others. This following the catastrophic effects of the current COVID-19 pandemic on the tourism sector. The motion was tabled by the Onze Étoiles MP Ahmed Afif. Mr. Afif said he believed that actors in the tourism sector should create a space where there is a database, of all the people who have lost their jobs due to COVID-19. He said the department should start a dialogue with tourist establishments. All members who intervened expressed their support for the motion. At the time of voting, 21 members voted in favor of the motion and no one voted against. Claudia Marie is the winner of the President's Award for Best Overall Student of the Seychelles Institute of Technology for 2019. Claudia was among 159 students who received their certificates after having completed their respective program of study at apprenticeship, advanced and diploma levels. The ceremony was held in two parts, in the morning and afternoon, at the International Conference Center due to advice given by the health authorities because of the coronavirus pandemic. SIT's director, Hubert Barbe, says, considering the COVID-19 situation where there is a need for more local manpower in the construction industry, SIT now has the capability to train more people.
What we are trying to do, we are aggressively marketing our programs. We've started with the secondary 5 students. Recently, we had a careers talk where we invited the head teachers and the career teachers to market our programs, to let them know what we want, what we would want, how they could encourage our students to select their programs. And also, what is important is that my message in this graduation to the graduates already is for them to let them know that there are opportunities. Despite COVID-19 has brought several challenges, I believe there are also opportunities for them. And also, we are aggressively marketing our short courses. We are hoping that we are having a series of training in September. We are hoping people out there who require retraining, upskilling, that kind of competencies, they can apply for those short courses and upgrade themselves so that they can have the confidence to participate in employment, as I believe there are enough employment available for all our Seychelles.
The Seychelles Sport Authority has started an investigation to find out What caused the cargo ship Pacific Voyager to drift and got stuck on a sandbank this morning just outside the lighthouse? The cargo ship came from Sri Lanka and was waiting to berth whilst health department officials were carrying out the usual formalities when the ship started drifting.
Pacific Voyager approached Port Victoria after an operation that lasted some 4 hours to remove it from where it was stuck just outside the lighthouse. It took 3 tugboats to steer out the ship and bring it to Port Victoria. The cargo ship was already at the piloting station at around 7:30 this morning before this incident happened.
As per the normal procedure, they are requested to go on the pilotage station. And from the pilotage station, we proceeded with all our personnel. That includes the pilot who will be boarding the boat, the health officials. And the health officials went on board first to clear the boat as per the normal health formalities. And when the formalities were being done, the vessel drifted off course.
The ship drifted into a sandbank while still under the command of its captain. Mr. Brutus says an investigation has started to find out what caused the ship to drift. He says they don't have any information on the captain and whether he has brought a cargo ship to Seychelles before.
And with this, we come to the end of the news. Thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant evening.